So every time that I get this great plan for the day, that it just all kind of goes to shit. So anyways, I gave those guys all the part numbers, you know, for everything, and I've got them wrote down in there. So I called them, and long story short, the frickin' hubs, you know, oh yeah, your order's complete, so go over there and get all this shit. And well, I didn't get it. The owners of the piece of equipment, the Challenger, went and got it, and then they said, yeah, we got all your parts. And so anyways, went and got it, and I'm digging through the parts before we even loaded it on my truck, and I said, the hub's not here. Just called them, oh yeah, well, you guys picked everything up. And I said, well, you need to look through that again. And they, oh yeah, it's still not here. Anyway, so I thought, well, can I reuse this old one and try to get this thing out of the field? Well, as you can see, this is where your dual cone seal goes in right here. That's how this thing ground. It ground, look at the height difference here. I don't know if the camera, but look at the height difference. That's how much it ground that down. And that guy couldn't hear that or look at that or see metal shavings on the inside of the track, or I mean, you can't make this shit up. You just can't. So anyway, let's I'm just gonna go together as far as I can, and I'm probably even gonna go out there and put this piece, there's the link set up there. What is, I don't remember what was going right there on that. I don't remember seeing that on the other one. Let's go take a gander at this thing. It's in here. Laying, yeah, there's bolts in those holes. What are they doing? I'm not really certain what they're doing with those, but I guess those need to go in there. Come on, Josie, why don't you get this thing together and get your act together, huh? Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna put everything together as far as I possibly can. That's all I can do, you know. We'll get all this, get the crane, get a hold of this thing, get it out of there. I don't know if I really want to, I don't think I really want to pick that. Ain't that bad, I guess. Maybe I'll just grab the damn thing and I can start getting, let me think this through here, guys. I guess I could put this hub, put new bearings, clean this one up, we're gonna put new bearings, races, all that stuff in this hub, put it together and make sure it's on the inside, and then only one I'll have to do is the outside hub. So I guess that's what we'll do. I've got so many things to do. I kind of I got to keep the wheels in motion here. I can't dawdle, you know. So let's see if I'm doing a great disservice to myself and trying to manhandle this, or if I should just grab my crane and get a hold of it. That's on that. Not doing it. Let me get a strap on it and get a hold of it. So I'll put the inside one. This would be the inside hub. I pulled the bolts out of this. I'm not really sure what the purpose of these are, but I mean, I didn't see. I guess I could double check. I didn't see anything bolted to that. Just bolts and some washers, and there's all I see on this. Am I missing something here? Has that actually got something to do to keep it from, that keeps it from sliding? Okay, that's what that does, I bet. Okay. Put this together in my mind anyway. We'll zip those up and we'll knock the bearing races out of that. I'll go out there and put it on. I'll have to wrap a sack or something around that spindle to where it doesn't get rusty on me. And you know, zip tie it or do something. I just got to keep going. I can't wait on these outfits forever, man. It just drives me crazy. I'm impatient. I've been waiting for a good 2 or 3 weeks for this shit, you know. Okay, so we got to get this hub. Gotta get the bearing races out of this hub here. How much fun is that gonna be? So am I gonna have to get the old welder out and do a little welding to get them out of there? This one's kind of... Well, let's see, did it moved a little bit, so maybe let's try the old air hammer method, huh? Before we get the welder out. Okay, let me do something maybe like that. Now you can't see nothing, but let's go over here, yeah. What is your problem? Same thing on the other side, maybe. Well, this one's gonna get welded. That one will get welded. Alright. Always some asshole in the bunch, isn't there? Always somebody that wants to play tough. We'll see if it's good enough to get it. Clean it up, put the new bearing races in it. Okay, well, we got the one dual cone seal half. What are you doing, girly? She's always interested in everything that we're doing here. What's up, girlies? Oh, Josie's always interested. These dual cone seals, we got a chunk of the shop towel wound up in that. This metal surface right here is the one that's critical to keep them clean. this one here. So I had that in my little hands here. You can tell springtime is approaching. A lot of these filled hands are back, and pretty certain this will go over the bearing. Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that. It'll go over that bearing. I'm a big fan of the dual cone seal. I've always really liked the whole setup. They were really good. A really good seal. I think they're way better than just an old hub seal, to me anyway. Opinions are like assholes, and everybody's got one. Oh, shoot. Hang on a second. Get a little bit more of a blunt object to work that in. Would probably be better for me. And this is they're really spongy, you know, when you put them in, which is good. They're supposed to be that way. That's what kind of pushes the two halves together, is the spongy O-ring in there. Just kind of work it in. They're pretty tough. I mean, you don't want to get too carried away. Use a little bit of common sense, but don't get a hammer out and start beating on the sealing surface here. Seen guys do that on dual cone seals. I mean, maybe a rubber mallet might be okay, but you really shouldn't have to beat on these. Clean this up really good here, because this is where the two halves, the metal actually seals against the other metal piece. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with a dual cone seal. Okay. Hell, even Josie knows what a dual cone seal is. She's only a year old. Okay, so let's see if we can throw this half on that half without it falling over, hopefully. Okay, now the outside bearing. Prelude this one a little bit here. It's cold and the shit does not want to come out of the bottle. People say, oh, it's twice as hard when it's cold. I don't give a shit. It's 10 times harder when it's cold. Everything's 10 times harder when it's cold. Wish I could get that thing to stand up just kind of straight. It would be better, but let me get some air built up. I'll just use my air hammer and push it on there. And these don't really have an inner and outer nut or nothing like that. They're preset. You just put the end cap on there and zip them up, and you're done. This will push on that inner race of that bearing, and that's all there is to it. They're really pretty simple to deal with, really. Let's see, that's going to be a... Okay. Darn it, I got a chunk of shit. I can see it fell down in there. Must have been something in that socket. I don't like that. Dirty bastard. Get me some mad I can't see straight. So, I don't think I got any. I gotta look around. I don't know if I got any regular. Let me go see if I got any 90 weight. I mean, some guys will run. I've seen a lot of guys run 30 weight powertrain oil in them, and some guys run 90. I've put 90 weight in them, and they seem to be fine. Maybe I'll put a little bit more in with the vertical. Okay. New gasket. Look out, babe. Come here. Come here. That thing's gonna fall over on you and smash you. You gotta watch out, sweetheart. Don't want you getting hurt. You gonna chew on that plywood, sweetheart? Huh? Gonna chew on that plywood? We're gonna crane all this stuff in here, and then we're gonna head out there and get the link on and go as far as we can. There's no way we're gonna be able to get the track on until we get some of this shit ironed out. But you're going to stay there. Stay there. Okay, well, I guess I'm trying to think this through here. They'll spin pretty hard. They don't. It ain't what you think it is. We'll just take that 90 weight with us. They'll spin pretty hard. They don't spin real freely like a truck hub or something like that. Okay, we're back here at the machine. Man, I would really like to just put that whole thing on as an assembly. That would be like really great. I'm gonna have to jack it back up, ain't I, to get to that Did somebody steal my 30-ton jack? Or did I take it with me? I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm glad it was a cheapy Harbor Freight one. Well, let's see here. What shall we do? What shall we do here? What is going to be the best approach to this? Madness. Madness. I guess. Golly, man. I'd like to just put that whole thing together and just sling the whole son of the gun on there and put the pin in it, but you know, the problem is it's going to have all that weight on one side, and I don't think I'll ever get it lined up right. I think I'm going to have to I just know if I try to do that, it's going to try to be sitting like that, and I'll be fighting that sucker trying to get it lined up. I just know that's what'll happen. It's just such a bastard putting all those idler weights on the inside. I mean, it sucks. It really does. Okay, well, I guess we'll quit whining about it and we'll get a hold of it and we'll just stick it on there and we'll start putting them on. And this sonar kind of walked its way back out while I was gone. It's kind of, I mean, I could stick the pin probably in it and hook a come along on there and try to pull it back, you know. I might be able to finagle this thing on there. Let's see. U-bolts and the pin. We will anti-seize the living shit out of the pin. Maybe even the U-bolts I think would probably not be too bad of an idea. Sure is nice if a guy has to go tear it apart again, the son of a gun comes apart, you know. Most of the time them pins, they get stuck in the eye. And you have a hell of a time getting them out. Sometimes you can't get them out. You got to cut them out. They can be a son of a bitch, man. They're crop dusting over there already. Well, these farmers, man, anymore. Sure has changed since I was a kid. When I was a kid, during the potato days, you didn't see nobody stirring anywhere till April. Nobody did nothing till April. Now these bastards, I mean, hell, if they ain't, I mean, they're out here in January. If it's clear enough, they'll be out here farming in January, working ground. You know, if we have a dry winter where we're not getting any moisture, no snow or anything in the ground, they'll be out here disking, and it's just the damnedest thing you ever saw. I was always taught as a kid, you know, I grew up in a farming family, and we was always taught that you don't ever plow snow under. Yet these guys here do it all the time. They'll get snow and they'll go over there and disc that snow under or plow it under. It's the damnedest thing you ever saw. Am I gonna be able to do this? Alright, well, let's see. Where is that pin at? Maybe what shit's on here? Do I need to clean it up? It ain't too bad, really. Let's put some copper anti-seize on there. I don't want to hear that. There's supposed to be a grease zerk right there. Kind of appears maybe there's supposed to be a grease zerk right there, huh? I remember I used to service these things all the time, and I remember a grease zerk being there. Oh, what is your problem, man? Whoa, whoa. Hey there, Nelly. Shit. What the hell's going on? Ah. Is that whole thing? Well, I didn't think the whole thing came up, but... Man, am I gonna have to suck that thing back? I'm gonna have to suck that thing back, huh? I'm gonna have to suck that cylinder back. I don't think that geometry ain't gonna work out here. Most of the weight's sitting on top of that right now. It's just, that ain't gonna happen, dude. Yeah, I gotta get this thing sucked back where it's supposed to be. Will that go down enough, maybe? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Quite a ways, actually, to go down. Probably gonna force me to get this son of a bitch. Now, I'm gonna get my come along in here and pull this thing back. Okay, we hooked us a strap up back here to that here axle there. Yeah, and such. Get in there nice and deep like. Oh. Okay. Let's see how we do now. Now that we're not fighting that so much, that'll be... Oh, it is so nice. So nice. Now the son of a bitch is sitting down too low. I'm wondering if I ought to just... Can I get this punch in there maybe and try to line it up? Yeah. Get in there now, like I said. Okay. All right. I likey. Me likey. Remember, I gotta hit that. Let me start the truck, build up air. I forgot. Hit that with the air gun. And I guess all I can really do is get, if that forklift was here. Well, no. Well, yeah. If that damn forklift was here, I could get that track shoved back underneath it today. They took it, so I guess we'll wait till, because then I can put the other stuff on. That's why I intentionally did the inside one like this, because you know, you can work with it here. Josie's out here hoping a squirrel will pop up. I don't think they're out yet. It's still too cold. We gotta wrap something around that spindle so it don't get all rusted up and shit. You know what I've done before? I've taken a bunch of number 2 grease and just coated the whole damn thing with grease, and then they were fine when I went to put it back together. Okay, so I'm trying to remember. There's a million bolts here. Okay, where is the... Should have been a little spacer looking like thing, and somewhere's in here. There it is right there. That should be it. No, that ain't it. That's the spacer for that step. That's not it. Okay, so what the hell did I do with that? Should have been laying right here. So many bolts and shit. Gots to find it. Okay, well, there's a little bit of a problem here. I'm not seeing it. Should be a little round spacer. Hang on, let me find it. I think I found it. I forgot the right size bolt. Yes. Okay. Me likey. Let's see here. One of these has got the gear stripped out. So I'm always gotta make sure I'm grabbing the right one. I think I grabbed the stripped out one. I think so. Okay, that ain't going nowhere. Alright. Another thing I want to make sure I do before I get that hub over there and fill it clear full as much as I can with it on here. Nice and tight. Alright, let me pull this little Allen head out and we'll start pumping oil in there till it's full. Well, I wrapped the strap and I got 2 bolts and 1 plate on there. I think I can turn loose of it and maybe I can get the rest of them on there now. If that weren't too bad, huh? Okay. Well, the older I get, the less that I like to pick this kind of shit up. So I'm trying to use these 2 rods, you know, and I got some guide studs over there at the shop, and I just, son of a bitch, you know, I forgot them. It'll thread right in there, but you'd have to take them out on every one because these change on each one. So maybe this will work out. We'll see. Let's get a strap. We'll get a hold of this one over here. All it is run through this little open gap here. It is what it is. straight down, if I can, slide it over the guide studs, pull my strap off. That's my idea. Well, we don't know if our idea is going to work out though. So I need the two. I'm going to make sure that I get. Well, that didn't work for shit, did it? Already knocked the guide stud out. The inside one sucks, man. It just does. Putting all these damn idler weights back on. Get on there now, you son of a bitch. Son of a bitch now. Get on there. Get in there nice and tight like. Damn crane control over here. Son of a bitch. Guide stud needs to be a little bigger. It's not quite big enough. Yeah, she's being a real prick. Might be pitched out too much to the pull. Started in it. Got it. Got a bolt. That's a huge, huge step. Now I think maybe I'll let go of it. Easier than muscling that damn thing on there. I used to just do it, but I don't want to do this shit anymore. I gotta do this shit for a long time, man. I can't be crippling myself doing this shit, you know? I want to get an idea. Let's suck this one in a little bit. There. Yeah, things kind of just fall into place now. Look at that. Bolt's not really wanting to line up still though. How many? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 on each one. So I need 4 more. Well, guys, I've got, how many more of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more of those. But anyway, rolls pretty good when you get all that weight on there. Alright guys, well that's probably all I'm gonna video. I don't know, I gotta get a hold of that gal. Said she was gonna call me back from Holt about where in the hell the hub's at. And of course, you know, you'll have to call them. That's the way it works on every outfit I've ever dealt with. I'll call you back. We'll find out what's going on and call you back. And you'll wait 3 or 4 days and you'll never hear from them. Oh yeah, it's sitting here. Well, how come you didn't call me back? Whatever. Anyway, I got a bitch about something.